first thing we like to do is like to make sure that there's hot water at the sink. So I'm going to let that run for a sec. Underneath here, underneath the kitchen sink, you have a couple of things here, right there. That red line, that's the water for your dishwasher. And that clear plastic knob, that's the water cutoff for the dishwasher water. Right above here is the hot water cutoff for the faucet. And on the other side, there's a cold water cutoff. These two switches, these two plugs right here, excuse me, are one's for the dishwasher and one's for the disposer. These two switches here, one controls your disposer, this front one. And this one's for your dishwasher. You just leave that on all the time because you're controlling it from your dishwasher. Over here, you have an emergency contact number list. And if you ever have a problem, emergency situation with air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, these are the contractors that you would call. The ones that are highlighted in green and where the box is X, those are the contractors that actually did the work here on the home. So you would call them an emergency situation. They send somebody right out to take care of it. Right down here, this is the list of paint colors that they used here at the home. Those are all Sherwin-Williams paint. That's the interior and exterior stuff. Okay. Okay, water's good and hot. That's good. The next thing we want to do, I like to check the cabinets, make sure that all the shelving is in there. Make sure that the drawers are opening correctly. There's a few issues here that I'm going to mark with tape that I'm seeing right now. Some little scratches and things on the cabinets themselves. So we're going to mark that stuff with blue tape. And then the contractor knows they need to work on that. There's a gap right up there they need to work on. So that's kind of what we're going to do here in the kitchen. Make sure that all these things are in good order. Right down here in this cabinet, that little valve with the red knob, that's your gas cutoff to the stove. So if you ever need to cut the gas off to the stove, you just turn that red knob up, and that cuts the gas off. Finish the cabinets here. A little loose. Paint right there. This here is where the water hooks up for your ice maker, for your refrigerator. I recommend that you run a couple of batches of ice through there initially and just kind of toss it because it's not really going to taste very good because that pipe has to get cleaned out back there. A few more things here, just some overspray and little gaps in there that need to be sealed up. In this drawer, we have some of the instruction manuals for your appliances in the kitchen. When you do your closing, you're going to get the user guides, warranty information on everything in the house, appliances and everything, and it's going to be all on a little USB key, so it'll be easier to maintain. You won't have all that paper around. Okay, you're going to get your dishwasher going. Keep that running, making sure everything's okay there. Here on your stove, get these burners going. I don't know if you're familiar with a gas stove, but if you hear that clicking noise, that's the igniter that ignites the gas. Once you turn it off, ignite setting, it goes away. So I'm going to cycle these through, make sure that they're operating correctly. Okay, that all looks good. Oven, go ahead and set the oven up to 350. We'll see how long it takes for it to get to 350. Right here, this is your microwave. There's a vent, exhaust vent underneath here for cooking odors. It's actually ducted directly to the outside of the home. It's not just recirculated like some of them do. So that's a good thing. There is a little filter underneath here that you can take out and clean periodically. You can put it in the dishwasher. You can buy a new one at the hardware store as well. All right. Going. Come back around and do another check right here, but just for efficiency, I just want to kind of show some key features that I would show to the buyers. Your windows are double pane windows, so they're very energy efficient. They also have a little bit of a green tint to it that helps to reflect the sun's rays. And we'll be checking all the windows in the house, make sure they open and close correctly. Over here, we're in your laundry room. This is where your hot and cold water hooks up for your washing machine. Right here is a little, where the drain goes. This is a little plug. You can just cut that out with a little X-Acto knife or a razor blade knife. It comes out real easy, and that's where the drain would go. This is a drain that's coming from your air conditioning unit in the attic. It's just draining right down into the plumbing system. Over here is where your dryer would hook up. You have your option of a gas dryer or an electric dryer, okay? And this is where the vent would hook up for that, okay? And let's see. Talk about the thermostat. Oh, here it is. So this is your air conditioning heating thermostat. The mode selects whether you want it to be in cool, off, or heat. Also your fan, you have the selection of it being in auto. When it comes, just means that it comes on when the unit comes on, goes off when the unit goes off. On, it's on all the time. You can have it on CIRC, which is circulate, which means that because the homes are so energy efficient now, they don't get a lot of air infiltration. So sometimes you might think the air in the house is a little stuffy. So if you put it on that circulate feature, it's going to pull in additional fresh air from the outside, intermix it with what it's already circulating on the inside, just kind of freshens up the air after about an hour or so. So I'm going to put it back on auto. That's where it usually runs. Everybody runs it on auto. And we'll set this down a little bit. Make sure the air conditioner is working. Good. Okay, so at this point, I would give you some blue tape and turn you loose to go around the house, marking stuff up like I'm going to be doing myself, and the other things that I do, check appliances and faucets and windows and switches. And then there's things that I run across that I want to share with you, then I will come and get you. That's about it. You want some tape?
Sure.